MN models, some people love them and some people hate them. Personally, I've never had an issue and I actually quite like their products. In the past, I've featured the MN999 and the MN86KS, and although both trucks needed some work right out the box, they were still great value for the money. I did make some upgrades to the MN999, and it did make it a very capable truck. Well, there's a new one and it's known as the MN111. So this is the new MN111. It's based on a Land Rover Defender, as you can see. It's 1/18 scale, and I actually think it could be decent value for the money. And I think it's probably the best looking MN models car we've ever seen. And if you agree, drop a comment down below and let me know. So this thing is officially licensed, or at least they say it is. I hope it is. And I don't think anyone would lie to us, or would they? But either way, it does look fantastic. So Banggood have been kind enough to send me the ready to run and the kit version, and the kit version was actually very impressive. It did feature an incredibly detailed manual which was clear and easy to understand, and it was also in full colour. Now everything also comes packaged really well, and overall I was very impressed with the kit version. Everything did fit together nicely, and although some of the parts were a little fiddly, it was still an enjoyable experience. Now just to let you know, if you do buy the kit version, it will come with a motor and servo, but you'll also need to provide your own ESC, receiver and battery. Now today we're just going to focus on the ready to run version. Now when companies say ready to run, I expect the car to be ready to go right out the box. But on this you do need to fit all the exterior details, including the front bumper, the mirrors, the door handles and lots of other accessories, and to me that's not a true ready to run. Now I'm not going to complain too much about it, because people always hit the comments and say all you ever do is moan, all you ever do is be negative. Well look, I will be if a product doesn't quite fit the standard I expect. And if you don't like it, well, you know what to do. Go and watch another channel. So this thing does feature a metal body. The doors don't open, it doesn't have an interior, but looking at it from the outside, well, I think it does look really cool. I do like the roof rack on the top there, and we also get a full-size spare. I'm not sure what's going on with that ladder on the back. That's definitely something I'll have to look at. Also, when I fitted this mirror, it didn't quite want to go in properly. Maybe it needs trimming down. Again, it's something I'll have to have a look at. So already you may be thinking it's a little rough around the edges, and I would 100% agree with that, because MN models are known for that, but they still make some pretty good products. Of course, RC cars can look fantastic on the outside, but what we're really interested in is how good it actually performs. So in the box with the ready to run version, we do get a cross wrench and a screwdriver. We also get an installation manual for all your exterior details. We have some decals, which as you can see here, I've already applied. A USB charger. So the battery on this one is a 500 milliamp hour 2S lithium ion. Finally, the transmitter. Now we do get a steering trim and steering dual rate adjustment. I'm not quite sure where they were going with the styling on this one. What is that on the back there? Some kind of LED light. Now I do believe channel 3 turns the LED lights on and off, and channel 4 controls our speed. We do get a foam grip on the wheel though, so it's not too bad. So you may be wondering, how much does this thing actually cost? Now the kit version costs £96 or $121. The ready to run costs £102 or $129. So this is a lot cheaper than some of the other 1/18 scale trucks out there, but we have to remember this is a trail truck. This isn't going to be very good on the rocks, whereas some of the other cars will actually be really good rock crawlers. Up at the front we have our battery tray. These wheels and tyres are surprisingly soft. So under here we have our plastic drive shafts. We also have a 4-link suspension setup, and it does have metal links. There we have our on and off switch. We've also got metal chassis rails, got metal links at the front, and as you can see there, it does have an axle mounted servo. Right, so I've powered this on. Let's have a look at our headlights. I switched them on using the channel 3 button. There we have our headlights, nice and bright. Let's have a look at our indicators. There we have left and right. I'm noticing the servo is a little bit slow, but it should still perform well. I guess we'll find out soon. So on the back we have our rear lights, and again we've got indicators, And what really pleases me on this is we have a white reversing light, not red, which you see on a lot of FMS cars. Right, so let's give this a little test then. Let's see how it performs. And it's very wet and muddy today. How is this going to handle this kind of terrain? That transmission is very noisy. Guys, just listen to that. How noisy is that transmission? So yeah, the transmission is a bit noisy, but when you drive this thing nice and slow, how realistic does it look? Low speed modulation's not too bad either, although it could be slightly better. The electronics on MN models are known for being a little bit hit and miss. Now let's go through this puddle. So let's take a quick look at the speed settings. Now that is speed setting 1, full throttle. Yeah, not too bad, although it's not going to be winning any races. So a little bit faster. Speed setting 3, that's quite a bit quicker. So I think what we have here is a very good looking cheap scale truck, which I think will be appealing to a lot of people, especially if you're a huge fan of Land Rover. So there we go then guys, that was the new MN Models 111. Yes, it's a bit rough around the edges, but for the money, I don't think it's too bad. The one thing I didn't like about this though was the fact that the transmission is so noisy. And compared to some of the other cars I featured on my channel before, that was never an issue. Now if you can see past the minor flaws and maybe upgrade the electronics and the tyres, this is potentially a very good little trail truck. And I know lots of you out there will probably really like this. Now good news for the people who don't like trail trucks and rock crawlers on my channel, and I think that's pretty much 95% of you, this is the last one for a little while. Let me know what you think of this truck. Is it worth the money? And would you buy one of these over something from FMS? Cheers for watching, see you on the next one, take care. So if you've watched today's video thinking, yeah, that truck looked cool, but it's not for me, well, I might have 2 really cool alternatives. Click one of these videos now to check them out.